I'm going to stop with these odd introductions from now on and just get to the video. Hope yous enjoy and stock up on jelly babies. As the longest serving Doctor on television, Tom Baker's tenure understandably has its highs and lows. People look to the Ark in Space, Genesis of the Daleks and the Robots of Death and City of Death as the best of the best. But there's one that is ridiculously amazing, and a classic in every sense of the word, yet never makes it onto the list of must-see adventures. The Seeds of Doom comes from the mind of Robert Banks Stewart, who's remembered as the creator of the Zygons. Said story, Terror of the Zygons, opened Doctor Who's 13th season, which defied the superstition of the unlucky number by being consistently excellent. Well, apart from the android invasion. Banks Stewart arrives to close the season with the Seeds of Doom, which paints a very dark landscape for Tom Baker's Doctor, remaking The Thing from Another World before John Carpenter did it in parts 1 and 2, pulling it towards the dangerous mansion of the mentally unbalanced Harrison Chase, gloriously performed by Tony Beckley. Seeds of Doom, not to be confused with the Seeds of Death, introduces the Crinoid to Doctor Who. Arriving in 2 pods, they grow and infect a human host, eating them from the inside out, turning the human body into a grotesque parody of itself, or an Axon costume painted green. And I think it's a really effective monster. The heavy breathing that becomes less recognisable as it evolves, and the makeup on the characters of Winlet and Keeler is strong. Of course, the part where it becomes a wobbly rubber monster is disappointing. It needed a lot more care than was given. But the model effect in the 6th part is a lot better. Watching Doom, you'll notice how strong the cast is. Of course, Tom Baker shines as the Doctor, but he's played a lot more seriously than he has been before or since. It works in its favour though, because he has moments of lightheartedness or humour. He's not 100% self-serious, but you wonder where it's come from. When he's quizzed on his knowledge of the Crinoid, I feel there's a hint of a very dark day for the Doctor, one that didn't resolve well. Elizabeth Sladen, exceptional as Sarah Jane Smith, clicks with the Doctor, but everyone knows that. She'll always be the best companion to me. But credit where credit is due, John Challis is an excellent character as Scorby. He's more famous for Boise and Only Fools and Horses, but before all that he was a bastard of a henchman. And I remember him for that more so than the sitcom. He pushes the Doctor around and isn't afraid to take lives, and yet his big man demeanour falls away once the Crinoid starts to fester on the mansion grounds. And in part 6 he gets his comeuppance, which he had to do twice when the camera fell into the water. I also really liked Mark Jones as Arnold Keeler, the 2nd Crinoid. He's very convincing as the botanist out of his debt. His nervousness at committing immoral acts adds a great contrast to the cold chase and to the rough Scorby. But I think you just have to watch it to see how strong it is. It's dark and nasty, but unlike, say, the 2 Doctors or parts of Attack of the Cybermen, it's handled with care and fits the more macabre, gothic trappings of Tom's 2nd season. It's a shame that Douglas Camfield wouldn't direct for Who again after this, but he ended his run with a bang, literally. It's true the final scene comes out of nowhere and its execution of Antarctica isn't as good as it could have been, but honestly it's too brilliant to let anything really sink it. Seeds of Doom is Doctor Who's License to Kill, a darker, riskier journey into carnivorous weeds and awful people's lives. I loved it as a kid and I still love it now. More often than not, it's my #1 personal favourite Doctor Who story, with one other popular exception. It's woodwind score by Jeffrey Bergen. It's fantastic. The cast are all stellar, with our big bad meeting a spectacularly gruesome end. It's exceptional and one of the best final stories of the classic series' individual seasons. Good Who, yes. The 4th face of Doctor Who on a winning streak. Full marks, 10 out of 10.